Okay, everybody, this is part 4. If you have not reviewed part 1, 2, and 3, you have to review 1, 2, and 3 in order to understand the methodology. This is a number 4 series video, and this will be the last video so you'll understand the top 3 setups that we use in our trading room, live trading room, how you can turn your own computer into your own ATM machine. Now let's review here. Number 4, institutional buy breakout right here on the Papa chart. That candle in part 3 video was the breakout, and in part 3 video I showed you exactly how to enter that trade, correct? You look for the breakout on the Papa, you look for the breakout on any one of my 3 institutional numbers that you have way ahead of time, sometimes 12 to 14 hours ahead of time. You look for the retest, you look for the blue dot to buy, which you did, and then you scale out. Now, what happens? This video is going to be on the number 2 and 3 setup. The first 3 videos I concentrated on my number 1 setup. Let's go to my other 2 setups that are very, very important. All right? A number 2 setup and number 3. Once the market gets going in a direction, you will have a retest on my magenta line or my white line on my 5-minute chart. Okay? This is on my Euro currency and British pound. I teach you to put it on all your currencies when you're a member. After that, number 3, the market cannot go straight up. My number 3 trade, correct? The market doesn't go straight up. What happens? You recycle back into a number 1. And I just showed you this. Remember, look at video number 2 and video number 3. We went going from net short, making 70 ticks one morning when New York opened up, to net long the next day on a number 1 trade, right? So it is a recycle. The market has symmetry. All you got to learn is 1, 2, 3 in my trading room, and you have an ATM machine. Okay? So we know how to do a number 1 trade. Papa breaks down or breaks out. We look for a 1-minute breakout or breakdown on my institutional number on the 1 minute. We take the first sell or buy dot. After the first sell or buy dot, we look to scale out at the cyan dots if we're short, purple dots if we are long. Our stop loss is 1 close above or below the institutional number on a whole candle close on the 1-minute chart, or if the opposite color dot comes within 3 bars. Number 2 trade. Once the market gets rolling, here we go. Market's taking off, right? We look for what? Look how the market took off right here on the number 1 breakout. Bam. All the way up. What the market likes to do is it kills the public. It retests. Let me scan this down a little bit. You see this retest right here? You see this right here? That's my system calling the exact low. Watch this. I got the symmetry down to science. 1 second. All right, here's our breakout on the number 1 trade. We were long on the number 1 retest breakout right here. This is my 5-minute chart going to work. Right? Look at this, everybody. Now traders in my trading room say, hey, we just made a ton of ticks and pips on the upside, looking for the first retest. Already hit our institutional number target. There's our long. Look how gorgeous that is. Look at that long. That's a number 2 setup, everybody. Number 2, there's only 3 setups in the room you'll learn. I told you if you trade more than 4 to 6 times a day, you are not a trader. You're over trading your account. You're going to get slam based, be out of the market. Pick your spots in the market. Look at that run. Look at that run. Look at that run. Gorgeous. Number 2. Now, when you have a number 2 retest, it comes into number 3, right? Guess what number 3 is? Guess what happened right here? You got it. You got a counter short. All right? Let me show you. Okay, everybody, so let's review. We got only 3 trade setups in the room, correct? 3 setups, that's all you need to do every single day, the symmetry of the market. Number 1 setup, we look at the Papa chart. All right, this is a Papa breakout right here. We broke above all 3 of my numbers right there. My yellow solid, my first institutional number, my yellow dots, also my cyan line in the sand. First candle close, we take a number 1 trade on the 1 minute. Gets going, right? Cranking. Come into number 3 trade setup. This is the only time I like to take a counter trend trade setup. So this is the only time I'll take a counter trend trade setup. You will see white dots like this over top a blue line or red line. The red and blue line is an L8 wave or a Fibonacci. Over top of a what? White dots. Those are rolling pivots on my Papa chart and my 5 and 15 minute chart. Read the PDF. That's where you look for confluence. I call this a brick wall. Okay? That's a brick wall. That's where I have a Fibonacci or a Elliott wave, which are the blue and red solid lines, through my white dots. And after you get an average of 50 ticks away from my magenta, you will see it stop right in the tracks. I will sell right on the number and put a hard stop in. If I see confluence, you have a 15 and 5 minute chart right below you when you log in my room. If you see there's confluence like we had Friday, I called out the trade in half an hour before it happened. I stocked the trade. I said, hey, we get down to number 3. We get down to number 3 at 85, 87. We're going to have a hard bounce. It bounced 70 ticks. Stopped right in its tracks. You took no heat on the trade. Maybe 1 tick if you got a bad fill or 2 ticks. All right? Then you come into a number 2 retest, which I just showed you on the 5 minute chart. And that's how you trade it. All right, well, that will do it. Everybody have a good one. Come in my room. 1, 2, 3 setup. Very simple. We go over the same setups all year. We're not changing our charts all year. This is what you see. This is what you get. Trade with the institutions, not with the public. All right? And ask my partner, Gerald, for the discounts we have for the year. Thank you. Take care.